It's taking me a few days to get back here, but awareness to action. Where are you in out of alignment? What shadow is coming up? And how can you break through it and take action in your life? Not just to heal, but to get things moving forward. Because an object in motion stays in motion. All right, let's find out. What is the current shadow that is coming up? What is the current shadow that is coming up in the collective? Wheel. So the shadow is that things are not going in your favor. There is this illusion that and narrative that you're telling yourself that things are happening to you. All of these things are happening to you, rather than seeing that these things, good, better, and different, are happening for you. They're happening as part of a greater orchestration, either to redirect you, to keep you on path, to help shift your perspective and awareness to some aspect of your life that you were neglecting. So whatever area of life or things that are repeatedly coming up for you, ask yourself some questions as to why this is being mirrored outside of yourself, and what is your inner world trying to show you? What is spirit and your guides and your subconscious trying to show you? Also pay attention to your dreams. Things are heavily symbolic in our dreams. They're very, very rarely literal. If you want some help with that, feel free to reach out. So how or why is this misaligned? Music materials. Because whether or not you see or feel this, you're actually very grounded in your 3D reality. You are well on your way to materializing whatever that thing is that you've been working on. There's just a few little things here and there that have kind of tripped you up, made you misstep, or you haven't quite figured out how to get there because you're looking too far ahead. And this is something I've been saying a lot lately, so obviously someone out there needs to hear it. You're looking too far ahead. You need to pull back and look at the step that is right in front of you. What is the next right step? What action can you take here and now? Because your power and control only extends as far as yourself and the thing that is right in front of you, this present moment. So what is the true alignment or goal? Four of Voices. So this is going to be about your healing journey, about shedding light onto the things that hurt within inside of you that are asking to be healed, to be renewed, and understanding that you are not the victim. You can choose to see things through a victim mindset, and that's where those feelings are going to come of things are happening to me. And instead, you need to keep shifting and ask yourself, what am I learning from this? Like, why is this happening? But from a more empowered stance, from a place where you are looking at how you're growing as an individual, as a soul, how it has helped build you and your character. There are positives to take away, and this can be really touchy when it comes to trauma and traumatic experiences, but there is something there, and oftentimes it's these things that are connected to our purpose. It's these experiences that we have had that are designed to help us be more empathetic and compassionate to others and what they're going through. And 9 times out of 10, clients, friends, family, anybody that I've spoken to, the hard things that they've been through are directly connected to their path or their purpose or where they're being called. And one of the most amazing quotes that my Divine Masculine has ever said to me, that I constantly repeat to myself and remind myself of every season, no matter how things shift and change, is it's where you're meant to create impact. So ask yourself, how and where is this designed for you to create impact? And if you've read some of my recent posts, we have this idea that it's supposed to be this big thing, our purpose. We're supposed to touch everybody in the world, kind of an idea, and social media continues to perpetuate this. But really, truly, our purpose is to just be who we are, that authentic version of ourselves, and to touch the lives of those who we interact with daily. And while social media has allowed us to be able to interact with people all over the world, it still comes back to those who we connect with, those who we truly align with, those whose resonance and vibration are very similar to ours. As we journey, people will fall away, and that's natural, that's beautiful in its own way, and it can be really hard, but it's going to be more consistent. Those people who journey with you, those are the people whose lives you are truly meant to impact. And those are the people who are really part of your soul tribe and family. Alright, so what is the gap in the awareness? What is the awakening? You're undergoing a rebirth at this time, and it's shedding light onto your truth. Yeah, there's a lot of throat chakra. It's about speaking your truth, embodying your truth, really standing up for who you are and what you believe in and what you feel your purpose is here, and putting that out into the world. There's definitely something here about your voice and your perspective being needed, but having to heal and shift out of this victim mentality. How do we bridge this gap? Seven of emotions. So there may be a lot of conflicting feelings, and this is to be expected in healing. There's griefs and resentments and love and confusion and all of these different things that we experience as we go through the healing journey itself. There's 7 stages of awakening, and there's numerous levels to grief. So amongst all those things, there's a lot of information to decipher, right? And there are lots of different processes. There are lots of different ways that you can get help. You can go to therapy. You can ask healers and readers for more information. You can connect with support groups. Like, you need to find the process which works for you, and that is not going to come about by so much from taking like other people's recommendations as to what process is for you, as much as it is tapping down into your intuition and allowing for your inner knowing to lead you to the process which is going to help you heal. One of my favorite that I'm going to continue to highlight no matter what I do is my empowered embodiment. It's dance. Dance becomes this beautiful catalyst for you to get back into your body and out of your head. That movement moves the energy around. It allows for that energy to streamline and for the thought processes to become more aligned and become more clear. And through those movements and those exercises and the breathing, where you reconnect with yourself and you allow for that safe space within yourself and your environment and your connections, it's from that space that the clarity comes and you get to see where things connect. And I really do recommend that you take a look at some of the content we've created around that, or reach out to me and ask. But find a process that works for you. What action is needed for healing? The Fool and 3 of Inspiration, which I absolutely love. It goes back to what we were saying at the beginning. It's taking a leap of faith into this new beginning. And it's not a blind leap of faith. It's knowing and trusting in the universe that you are where you're meant to be, experiencing what you're meant to experience every step of the way. Good, bad, or indifferent, things in our life are orchestrated to show us something about ourselves, about our purpose, about why we're here, about what our soul yearns to experience and overcome. And it's from this awareness and from taking that step that domino effect is going to happen in your healing, into your goals and your aspirations, and into that sense of embodiment and purpose that you can tap into with inside of yourself. How do we implement or apply this. That's a lot. We're going to take it though. Woo! That's my divine masculine energy coming out here. The Emperor, Muse of Voices, and Temperance. So a big part of this is going to be tempering the energy within. And again, like, dance is a powerful healing modality. Don't discount it. As well as singing, and just there really truly is just so many beautiful ways to move energy and raise your vibration. So find something that speaks to you. That's what's important. Finding something that speaks to you. Because in this, you're going to want to tap into that masculine energy within to find that structure and that balance between all things, between the head and the heart and the mind and the soul and the feminine and masculine within yourself, to help you kind of move through all these different layers of self and really ascertain what is the true authentic version of you. Is this truly who you are? Is this in alignment with not just who you are now, but who you want to become, or pulling back those layers and remembering that truth of who you are? Guidance or advice for the collective? Four of Emotions. It's all coming back to that mindset of things happening to you and not seeing your blessings. So I would highly recommend that you, if you have not already, develop a gratitude practice. Every day, 3 things that you're grateful for. Can be literally anything. I have a whole workshop as well with a whole year's worth of prompts that spans every area of life. But 3 things, any 3 things, because when you choose 3 things every day, your brain retains that pattern and eventually will start automatically looking for those things to be grateful. Gratitude is a very high vibration, even higher than love, and is from this space of gratitude that allows us to create more abundance. When we are grateful for what we have everything we need. One of my favorite quotes. All right, what is the aligned outcome? Four of Materials. Do you see how many 4s are coming out here? So being able to heal through this and temper this and lean back into a state of gratitude, compassion, self-compassion especially, this is going to help you reestablish balance and a new foundation for yourself so that you can develop this new version of you that is emerging, this version of you that is more authentic. It's going to reestablish your foundations in a way that you can move forward and build something that is sustainable long term. Is there anything that we don't see about this situation? Seven of Materials and 2 of Materials. So this is something that you have been diligently working towards. You're just finding it a challenge to find the balance between just life and your spiritual, mental, emotional healing, between just all things of life that demand that energy, because it's true, healing takes a lot out of you. It does. Healing those layers, it's not talked about enough, but you are exhausted once your body comes out of that trauma phase and that self-preservation. You will find yourself completely and absolutely exhausted, and you're gonna be like, what the fuck? I've been there so many times. Every time I pull back a new layer, it's like you come to this stage of being awakened, you have the awareness, but all of the energy is gone because it needs to rebalance within yourself. And that can be a really hard adjustment period. So if you're experiencing that, take some time to prioritize your healing and to get your vibration up and to explore things that make you feel good. If you don't know where to start, look at the things that you did when you were a kid or a teen, things that were really fun for you. And it's in those things that you will find your healing and that joy, that excitement, and that nostalgia. How can we move forward? 5 of emotions. By simply being aware of how your emotions are currently kind of running the show. There's something about like being icy and cold. So perhaps you may be suppressing your emotion or trying to push them down, or leaning into emotions that feel safer for you and less vulnerable. But you're being encouraged to kind of soften and lean into those things, because our emotions hold so much energy and so much information. There's a reason why those things are coming up. And again, it comes back to finding a process that really allows you to break those down and to make sense of that information for yourself. Which again is really why I highly suggest meditative dance and journaling. But yeah, take some time to explore different processes that work for you. See what calls to you, but definitely lean into the things that you did when you were younger, because that is going to kind of put your foot in a place that gets you moving. And then from there, you'll be able to kind of ascertain some other things that meet you where you're at now, which is going to grow and shift and change as you do. So give yourself some grace as you move through this process. All right, I hope you heard what you need to hear. If you would like to do a personal reading, feel free to send me a message or hit the email button in my bio and contact me that way to book it. I'm going to be putting up a post with some updated information about the services that I offer, and we'll see you around.